I've had a lot of sadness in my life in the last 10 or so years, losing family, losing close friends, losing my job at one point. And it was always uplifting for me to go and pray about these things and know that, Jesus was with me there and gave me the courage to continue and not to despair. I began as an adorer from the inception of the chapel. My parents were involved as well, and except for a year or so when my mother was ill and I was her caretaker, I've been a continuous Adoration Chapel adorer and have received many blessings from visiting. I noticed some to come into a room in total silence can be quite unnerving because the world around us is so noisy and there's rarely a chance that we can be in silence. And having been in radio myself and my family, silence is an anathema. My instinct is to fill in and keep the conversation going. But in the chapel, I feel like I'm in a one-on-one with Jesus. Even at Mass, there's so much noise going on. And, it's other opportunities that in different ways to worship. But the Adoration Chapel is so special because we have that one-on-one opportunity to listen to Jesus and for him to hear us from the heart. How do I spend my hour? I was in the religious school. I was in the first class that graduated, so often I did my homework. During Adoration Chapel, there was a lot of reading involved, and it was so great to be able to concentrate. I'll say the rosary, and especially I will pray for my deceased relatives and friends and those who have asked me to pray for them. I always close my visit doing that, and I would encourage others to give it a try as well. I've gotten to know other parishioners who have become co-adorers at the same time. We seem to just pass in the night, although mine's at morning, even though we don't know each other well, just to know that we have that continuous flow of conversation with Jesus in the chapel is wonderful. I've had a lot of sadness in my life in the last 10 or so years, losing family, losing close friends, losing my job at one point. And it was always uplifting for me to go and pray about these things and know that, Jesus was with me there and gave me the courage to continue and not to despair. That's what a priest friend had told me. You must not despair. You must always have hope. When I look at the Blessed Sacrament, I remember what Jesus did for me and for all of us, and it gives me hope to go on, that this is not my final home. And I look forward to the afterlife when, I'll be reunited with all my loved ones. So I would say the special blessings I get is the comfort and healing and hopefulness that I get from my visits to the chapel.